know what you want. Oh, sure, they may have tried to separate us, but what we have is too strong, it's too powerful. And after all, we shared everything, you and I. I told you my deepest, darkest secrets. I showed you exactly what people are capable of.
Pedophilia, rape, blackmail.
I shocked you with my honesty, but mostly I challenged you and made you think. And you trusted me, even though you knew you shouldn't. So we're not done, no matter what anyone says. And besides, I know what you want. You want me back. Of course, some believed everything and have just been waiting with bated breath to hear me confess it all. They're just dying to have me declare that everything said is true and that I got what I deserved. Wouldn't that be easy if it was all so simple? Only you and I both know it's never that simple, not in politics and not in life. But you wouldn't believe the worst without evidence, would you? You wouldn't rush to judgments without facts, would you? Did you? No, not you. You're smart enough. Anyway, all this presumption made for such an unsatisfying ending. And to think it could have been such a memorable send-off. I mean, if you and I have learned nothing else these past years, it's that in life and art, nothing should be off the table. We weren't afraid, not of what we said, and not of what we did, and we're still not afraid. Because I can promise you this. If I didn't pay the price for the things we both know I did do, I'm certainly not going to pay the price for the things I didn't do. Oh, of course, they're going to say I'm being disrespectful, not playing by the rules, like I ever played by anyone's rules before. I never did. You know.
Hello, fellow digital soldiers, and welcome to True Reporting. On today's podcast, we will be going over an array of different subjects. We'll be going over memes. We'll be going over this subreddit conspiracy where it says this creepy unsourced claim on the Kevin Spacey video about Epstein's rape island belongs here. And I'm going to read that to you guys. We're going to go over some tweets and some other stuff. It's going to be a jam-packed podcast. But before we get into it, would you please go ahead and click the blue bell to get notifications so when I post, you'll be the first to know. Also, please follow me on Twitter at True Reporting, and don't forget to leave a like. The more likes that this video receives, the more times it is recommended to other viewers, thus more eyes on the truth. With that being said, my friends, let's go ahead and hop into it. This is True Reporting. So like I said, this is the unsourced claim on Kevin Spacey video about Epstein's rape island belongs here. And that intro, could that be more blatantly obvious that he is talking directly to the other Hollywood elites, possibly royalty, high up politicians, occultists? A lot of people run in the same circles as Hollywood, and I bet he will throw a lot of people under the bus if they try to take him out. But nevertheless, let's continue. The island, Jeffrey Epstein's Little St. John Island, aka Pedo Island. This is the Holy Grail. This is what is on the horizon for some actors, producers, and directors that will ruin them for all time. Until 2 weeks ago, I would have thought the chances for anything leaking from this was zero. And again, this is from a YouTuber's comment. People kept their mouths shut before, even when the feds were questioning lots of people. The thing is, though, lots of people lied to the feds. Some were granted immunity and still lied. Why? Going to jail for lying to the government gets you Martha Stewart time and a book deal. Telling the truth gets you jail for a long time and no career or friends when you get out. Can you imagine a place where Hollywood types and rich executives from around the world can gather in one place and have sex with underage boys and girls without any interference from any governments or parents? Yeah. Well, there is such a place. There probably is a replacement somewhere. The problem is finding it. When people are flying in from different corners of the globe, it can be tough. When your only choice before was to fly in with a private jet to a private island, people knew where it was. I think there is some shady stuff going on in Joe Francis land, but nothing like the hundreds of teen boys and girls that were raped and abused and forced to be with men for weeks and months on end. Apparently, with all types of local governments looking into sexual assaults and rapes committed by Hollywood people coming into the light, the situation on the island they all thought they had carefully extricated themselves from is back. Could be barely back, or could be back where everyone goes to jail. Today I'm just going to focus on 3 of the players. They all have been on the island. They all have done some horrible things to tween boys and girls. No one they were on the island with was anywhere close to being a legal age of consent. So most likely to flip and throw everyone under the bus is this A-list, mostly movie actor who is an Academy Award winner. Are they talking about Kevin Spacey? He is the one who almost killed several of the boys to the point where his host no longer invited him. Our actor had a preference for tweens who didn't speak English. He didn't want to hear anything they had to say, probably one of the cruelest people around. He lied to the feds like crazy the first time around and said he only went to the island to fish and lay out and relax. He also told the feds he never saw anything happen with anyone, that he usually was alone when he was there. He is by far facing the most time in jail if he was caught, so it would first flip our second a hole. A few years ago, it looked like this A-list director was going down. He never even was interviewed by the feds that I can find. Apparently, he always went to the island via a boat just because he is smarter than most and didn't want any record. No record means the feds didn't even know he was the guest on the island. Our director would come for 24 to 48 hours of non-stop sex. Apparently, he would take enough drugs to stay awake the entire time. The host flew in the guys the director always wanted, but was afraid to go near in Hollywood. In Hollywood, he would never go below 16 or 17. On the island, he would go way lower. One person I think would actually kill himself rather than face any kind of public scrutiny in this permanent A-list director. He, too, was interviewed by the feds, but said it was all relaxation. Funny how the relaxation never included his wife. It was just him and a bunch of tween girls he made call him grandpa. Ugh. Apparently there was not much sex, but he assaulted the girls and touched them and made them touch him. He took a lot of photos. I don't know if the photos exist. My guess is the feds took them before probably would have scared him to death. My guess is the feds thing before... the Fed sting before probably would have scared him to death. He seems to have recovered, though, because he is definitely back to his creepy self the past 18 months or so. There will be way more than these 3 who go down if it happens. There are probably a dozen A-list types who spent time on that island. So, unbelievable. A lot of stuff, a lot of evidence on Epstein Island. Please research it because a lot of bad things go on there. A lot of bad things take place there. So I want to go over some memes real quick with you guys just after we run through that quick article, another quick blog. 68,400 sealed indictments. I believe, and I was told that there was 69,405 sealed indictments. The next day, 68,000. So we've gone down 1,000 sealed indictments, which means that over 6,000 have been unsealed, 1,000 within 36 hours. So arrests are being made, guys. A lot of people bash this channel sometimes and talk about how I say things are happening when they're not. I just bring you the news. That's what I bring you, and I do my own research. And I would never want to lead you astray. Some of the many bills that I am signing in the Oval Office right now canceled my trip on Air Force One to Florida while we wait to see if the Democrats will help us to protect America's southern border. So we see here, Get the Popcorn Friday and Saturday, December 21st, December 22nd. We will deliver on the MAGA promise. This is from October 31st, 2017, from Anonymous. It also says, POTUS knows he must clean house government in order to free up and demonstrate who has the authority to pass important legislation. And then we see here, zoomed in even closer, I believe these are all executive orders. They have to be, because that's what he usually uses when he's signing, when he's around a group of people signing them. So this was always a priority. Remember, Attorney General Sessions cannot look like an impartial player that is out to get all former Obama team members, as we need him for other important work. All will come into focus, and for anyone to think POTUS is not in control is kidding themselves. Also, he is 100% insulated with zero risk of impeachment. Absolutely beautiful, right? So yeah, post 16 goes to 1218, and a lot going on here, guys. A lot going on here. 23 we see is matched right here and right there. 23. So yeah, guys, a lot going on. I'm still trying to figure out this Q clock. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. But nevertheless, it's very cool. Q on the Q clock, Q told us on October 31st, 2017, POTUS would sign these bunch of legislations on December 21st, 22nd, 2018. Really amazing. Trust the plan. Everything is perfectly on schedule. I pray to God he's correct. There is a petition at the whitehouse.gov, legalize man-child consensual relationships. A kid cannot consent to this. My only hope is that the Q team will round these fuckers up. In order to sign a petition, you have to confirm with your email. Anyone who signs it, so far 152, will be giving their Q their email address. A perfect list of pervs. Raid their homes and find the child porn. All the pedowood pervs will be told to sign it. Push to normalize pedos. Disgusting. So yeah, you're signing basically a note on the whitehouse.gov, a petition, and you're basically exposing yourself like an idiot. We'll continue on. If I ignore it, maybe it will go away. And then we see here, Q, are we alone? Roswell. No. Highest classification. Consider the vastness of space. A lot of people do not believe in extraterrestrials. A lot of people think they are demons. I am on the fence about all that. Nevertheless, I do believe that something does exist and we are not alone. So don't ignore it, because it is there. And this is very interesting too. I will show you. Ties right into UFOs and everything. We touch everything on this channel, everybody, if you're new. Q's answer to "Are we alone?" question, as well as confirmation of the existence of programs related to moon landings outside of the public domain, proves it would be wise to research these topics further. Discuss them in the thread so we don't clutter the generals. Proving UFOs, extraterrestrials, and special access projects are real is similar to proving deep state is real. The buildup of many coincidences and softer proofs, like notable high-ranking officials saying weird things, having documents revealed, or seeing and feeling unexplained lights, either coincidentally or by your own record. CE5, Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind is what that means. Is the current degree of proof. This prevents mental conflict among people that are not ready for this truth, but provides those that are awakened with confirmation, similar to how Q operates. Always use discernment. Don't just spam yourself with info. Make sure it's at least logical sounding, reasonable, and backed with logic, with little facts that we get. All rules of physics and logic apply in all cases, even if it's not understandable from our limited perspective. This is a serious research thread, even though many will still dismiss all talks about the matter out of ignorance and various belief systems. Don't be a sheep now. Respect your fellow Anons. Do not fight. Search for truth. See how small pieces fit into the big puzzle. Present, but do not persuade. And remember, our universe is infinite. Please remember the original post, or the opposition Mockingbird, is in full effect here. As before, there could be a lot of name calling and fighting over certain things here. Ask yourself why. Check the previous threads. There is a treasure trove of valuable info posted already. You can find it in between the shilling. Trust yourself and trust the ability to find truth. So I found that on 8chan the other day, and I found it to be, I I don't know. It's very good. Very, very informative. Also, guys, this is just for even if you don't venture into the chans. Definitely use this if you're on Twitter, Facebook, anything like that. Do not engage shills. Do not reply to shills. Do not demolish their initially flawed arguments. Do not debate their idiotic concerns. Do not participate in shill kayfabe. In professional wrestling, kayfabe is the portrayal of staged events within the industry as real or true. Specifically, the portrayal of competition, rivalries, and relationships between participants as being genuine and not of a staged or predetermined nature of any kind. Do not perpetuate shill slides. Do not reply to shills. Do not correct initial shill mistakes. Do not be triggered by shill taunts. If you are not sure, learn. Shills equal hate, labels, and repetition. Dig, meme, and pray. The truth is out there, but you have to find it out for yourself. Absolutely. The law of one, right? We can't be forced into believing something because of the law of the universe. We have to find it out on our own. So it says here, some of us here come to drop crumbs. This is October 29th. Still relatable today. Just crumbs. POTUS is 100% insulated. Any discussion suggesting he is even a target is false. POTUS will not be addressing the nation on any of these issues as people begin to indict and must remain neutral for pure optical reason. To suggest this is a plan is false and should be common sense. Focus on the military intelligence, state secrets, and why might that be used versus any three-letter agency. What Supreme Court decision opened the door for a sitting president to activate? What must be showed? Why is POTUS surrounded by generals? Again, there is a lot more good people than bad, so have faith. This was a hostile takeover from an evil, corrupt network of players, not just Democrats. Don't fool yourself into thinking Obama, Soros, the Rothschilds, Clintons, etc. have more power present day than POTUS. Operation Mockingbird. That is where they form the delusion that they are in power. Patriots are in control. Sit back and enjoy the show. So guys, don't bring forth a lot of negativity, okay? Yes, everything's okay. We're good to go. So we see here from March 23rd, clock activated, Red Castle, Green Castle, stage 5-5. Vid, the raw video, 5774. The stage is set for a drop of HRC raw video 5-5. 5774 from Julian Assange. So I find that to be pretty crazy. I believe it to be real, and I've talked about it. I've done podcasts about that raw video. I believe Julian Assange is alluding to that too. The Punishing Anon says, Suicide Weekend, Deep State gearing up for another false flag. Ruth Bader Ginsburg in the news a lot lately. Next to go, convenient timing, arrest imminent, executive order, January 1st. That's when it becomes effective. No named. Health issues, stay tuned, treason's greetings, future proves past. I like that tweet, so I shared it with you. And this is from a great person to follow on Twitter. Me and him message back and forth. Great dude. Methods. And it says, fresh at General Flynn background, dark to light. That's what we see. And we're seeing Q say that a lot too, from dark to light. We see on Google, Hillary Clinton is from, but if you go on DuckDuckGo, Hillary Clinton is a witch, evil, the devil, and idiot, stupid issues. Unbelievable. You can go on Bing, you can go on Yahoo, all of those. It'll censor you big time. I put out a podcast earlier today speaking about the reset, the financial reset, and we see here HR 5404 to define the dollar as a fixed weight of gold. So this is from 2017 to 2018. Came out March 22nd of this year. Referred to the House Committee on Financial Services to fix the dollar and back it with gold. Is pretty remarkable. HR 5404, the gold standard, it was sent into Congress. So let's see what happens, right? 1223, so 3 days ago, this bill would have never been introduced if the Fed was intact. They would have killed this guy already. The Roths are already gone. It's already game over. Probably even before Q started talking to us on poll last October and when I was 17 pounds lighter. This rest is just cleaning up the mess and orchestrating a nice, easy landing while getting all of the accomplices lined out. So, could be. This is a breakdown of the video earlier, so I wanted to share it with you. This is just watch the Kevin Spacey video. There have got to be some deep state cabal pedo wood folks not being able to sleep tonight. Creepy, cryptic message for sure. And you heard it all here at the beginning of the podcast. I heard him basically saying, there's stuff I did do, there's stuff I didn't do. If y'all try to frame me to save yourselves, well, it's going to hit the fan. I know where the bodies are and aren't buried. Q putting on a signet ring. Anons are wondering about the symbolism. Description of significance. Gentleman's Gazette. Historically, signet rings played a significant role in business and politics. Used as a seal, the gentleman would use his ring, which featured his unique family crest, emblem, or monogram on to sign legal or important documents, some of which played remarkable roles in our history books. By dipping the ring into hot wax or soft clay, the ring left a distinct seal that was considered at the time to be more official than that of a signature. Used on a global scale by the world's leaders and monumental men, the ring was seen as a way to prove authenticity when the electronic world of the internet was not yet at our fingertips. While they were quite resplendent, they were in fact created with the purpose of acting as a signature or seal, and because of how they were utilized, they are often referred to as seal rings today. So, very weird stuff, right? Yeah, this guy is going to go after them. I think he's pretty much telling them that if they let him go down for this crap, he's spilling the beans on everything he has as leverage to get out of it. Basically, get me out of this or it's y'all's asses. That was on 8chan the other day. Pretty crazy. We also can go back. Federal Reserve interest rates. And this was on 8chan too. Controlled by unelected, unaccountable globalist banking facilities. What could go wrong? Gee, what could possibly go wrong? We see Obama, who is definitely a cabal puppet. All the rates are so low, and then boom, skyrocketed. This has got to tell you that Trump's on our side and not to be fearful otherwise. The other day I posted on Twitter a lot of these. I was going through Instagram, and these are the pictures I came up with. It's just that how could someone at this point not believe in Pedogate and Pizzagate and all these things? It's so unbelievable. And with this stuff coming out with this weird cryptic Kevin Spacey video, why wouldn't we just... I just wanted to dive into it for a moment and just show you the symbolism. And I want people to expose these Instagram accounts. It's gross. I mean, look at this. If you know anything about this, pizza illustration, drawing, digital art, lowbrow cooking, pepperoni pimpin', all this kind of stuff. Cult of Cthulhu. Very weird stuff, guys. We can continue on. Draw Bertson. Definitely, we are all set up for our play date. Bring your stuff and the glue. Whatever that means. You know, it's just a lot. I want in on this action. What action? What are you talking about? If you look into Comet Ping Pong and kids and all this kind of stuff, it's very strange. Then we see here David Henry Nobody Jr. sneaking into Hillary Clinton's birthday party, impersonating scion Alex Vustenberg in 1999. So we see this guy. This is actually from his Instagram. And we see double sleepover, kickoff at Comet Ping Pong. I mean, look at this, guys. Unfreaking believable. Ritual box. What the hell does this even mean? This looks like some kind of like astral projection. Knock it off with a knife. I need some of your work before you leave. This is just so strange, guys. Draw Bertson again with the pool or the ping pong table and two kids sitting on it. It's just so... I need babies now, somebody says. Need these. What are you talking about? Need them. You know, saw this on Vote. Looks like we're going to be looking at some more screenshots, guys. Thank you for seeing this. I have felt crazy posting this myself on InChan, where I have curated the crap that I have found and researched. I don't know if you'll be able to read this. It's too blurry, but, you know, a lot of stuff. But Dr. David Henry Jr., that's the guy earlier that was standing next to Hillary Clinton, that was his Instagram, definite pedophile, is a merchant banker and industrialist heir of the Henry family of New Zealand. This is what these people do. These high profile families. This is what they do. They kill kids, man. And then we see Simon Cowell, I believe that's his name, from America's Got Talent or whatever it's called. King ran child sex ring for stars. It was like a VIP club for perverts, he says. But the prisoner, who is in fact disgraced, pop impresario and convicted pedophile Jonathan King and Cowell have a link that has remained secret until now. For Cowell, Mr. Nasty on such talent shows as Pop Idol and The X Factor put up 50,000 quid of his friend's $150,000 bail after he was first arrested. Why would you want to bail out your frickin' pedophile ringleader, right, if you weren't an accomplice? The Daily Caller says pedophiles are rebranding themselves as MAPS, or Minors Attracted Person, in an effort to gain acceptance and be included into the LGBT community, according to several reports from LGBT news sites. According to the Urban Dictionary, the blanket term MAP includes infantophiles, infants, pedophiles, prepubescent children, hebophiles, pubescent children, and ephebophiles, post-pubescent children. Some MAPs also refer to themselves as no MAPs, or non-offending minor attracted persons. These pedophiles seek to be a part of the LGBT community, even going so far as to make a pride flag for Gay Pride Month. Guys, it's all very real. It's all very sick. Look into the word MAP, handkerchiefs, and all this kind of stuff. In the video, I had a little picture posted in there, and it says, "Throughout all of my life and with all of my heart, I shall strive to be worthy of your trust." This is from Queen Elizabeth, and we know the pedophile ring that they run, and we see Kevin Spacey meeting her and holding the cup in that recent video. Very, very strange. And then, even stranger, from Meghan McCain. "I love you. Merry Christmas, Dad," at Senator John McCain, wherever you are. Yeah, I wonder where he is. He's probably down below getting raped by the devil. And then we see here, to round things off, Santa raising the flag next to the snowman. Cool picture I wanted to show you. I know we just got through the holidays, and I hope you're still with your families. I really do. And guys, that is it for me, I believe. If you found this informative and you enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at True Reporting, and don't forget to leave a like and share this video. Let's get this stuff out about Kevin Spacey. A lot of normies out there love him. They love American Beauty. They love him in Seven. They love him in a lot of movies, but they don't know what this monster is behind closed doors. And I will leave you with a video as I sign off. Expect a live call-in show tonight from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. That's in about 2 hours. Guys, thank you for tuning in, my fellow digital soldiers, and we'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.
Look at me, jerking off in the shower. This will be the high point of my day. It's all downhill from here.